Hello everybody, I'm Melissa and welcome back to Hopeful Happenings. Today we're talking about how to define character voice through dialogue. To have distinct character voices throughout your manuscript, because if your characters all sound the same, then the reader is going to lose track as to who's who. They won't be able to connect with the characters, and it will make the story fall flat. Here are 5 tips on how to develop a strong character voice for each of your characters. Now, number 1, build a character profile for each of your characters. So hopefully you've done this before you started your manuscript, but if you haven't, it doesn't matter, just get on it now. It's especially important to have a character profile for the main characters of your story. And this is just like a behind the scenes thing for you as the author. So physical characteristics, emotional characteristics, strengths, weaknesses, everything that you can think of that will make this character feel like a real person. Now, number 2 is using your character profiles. Pull out PECC for each person. PECC is an acronym that I made that just helps me remember what influences dialogue the most. It stands for personality, education, career, and culture. So let's talk about these. Personality is the nature of the person. This would be, are they quiet? Are they demeaning? Are they bossy? Cheerful all the time, really outgoing, these kind of things. With education, the 2 main things that stand out here are vocabulary and age. Does this person have a high school education only? Are they in college? Do they have a PhD? Did they grow up with a family that nurtured reading or cultivated that, or did they grow up in a family that didn't care so much about education? And age plays a big factor here too, because even if someone like an adult has a 5th grade education, they're still not going to talk the same way as a 5th grader. I think education really stands out the most when it's a kid talking to an adult, like a professor or a teacher or something. And in fantasy, when a royal is speaking with a peasant. Career. What job do they have? What jobs have they had in the past? And what experiences have led them to this career and to this job? A career can tell you a lot about a person, and it's going to come out in the way they speak as well. And culture. Culture is mainly thinking of what kind of worldview do they have? So their culture would be race, regional influences, where they live, what part of the country they live, what country they're from, and then the culture of what religion they're in and what political views they have. That's also going to affect their worldview as well. Number 3, identify character types. So after you've developed such a strong understanding of what each character is, you've got their profile done, you've got all the little details that make them who they are. Well, now we're going to categorize them into types. Knowing what kind of character you're dealing with helps you formulate their response to situations. Are they a leader or a follower? Are they a peacemaker or a disruptor? What is their gut response to a situation? Number 4, handle one character at a time. Obviously, this is something you'll be doing in the edits, not like a first draft. But as you develop a character voice, it's really easy to get mixed up and lost in all the different things that are going on. Go back to edit, pick one character that you're going to focus on, and change their character voice to be what you want it to be throughout the whole manuscript. That way, you're in their head, you know what's going on, and you can easily help them respond to the situations. Then go back and do it for another character and another character and so forth. Number 5, this is our last one, and unfortunately, it's probably the most tedious one, but it's really helpful. Go through your manuscript and block out all the names. Whether that means covering it with your hand, maybe you've printed it out and you just take a black Sharpie and take out all the names. The point is, you don't want to know who is speaking. As you go back and read it, you should be able to figure out who is speaking without needing the dialogue tag. If you're having a hard time figuring out who's talking right now, it's probably because your characters just sound too similar. And reading out loud can help you figure this out too. So if they sound too similar, don't worry, it's an easy fix. Go back, consult your character profiles, remember what character type you're dealing with, and you'll be good to go. There you have it. That's how to define your character voices through dialogue. I hope these tips helped you. What tips do you use in helping your characters sound different? I'd love to hear your advice. Please comment below and share with all of us. And if you're new here, please subscribe. I post once a week on YouTube and I post daily on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye!